G'day guys, this is Deadman316 and I'm in my LP world. Just want to show you a small setup that I've done to collect my drops from my farm. As you can see, it's my standard farm tower, 2 levels of everything. Sorry, not everything, but we'll get to what's in it in a moment. Come up here, we've got the control system for top and bottom of wheat, carrots, netherwort, beans and sugarcane. So let's quickly start it all going. Actually, this might provide a fair bit of lag, so before we do that, we'll come down here and we'll see what's going to happen. Okay, that's where our water stream ends. So we've got 2 hoppers, one leading into the other, into a buffer chest and then into another hopper. The dropper is controlled by the way that Generic B did his item elevator, which is just having a comparator and going into a block, then into a piece of redstone, into a repeater which goes into another block, which will then pulse the dropper, and this piece of redstone will lock that hopper so that it's not constantly filling it up, and it'll just simply tick away and drop items one by one. The reason I needed to do this was because the items would flood the system, and you would get, if I used all wheat in here, it'll fill it up as much as it possibly could and then obviously start filtering out, but you'd end up in having 1 or 2 spaces, and then the next time you run it, anything will go through it. So that's just the way that I've been able to control it, and it just makes it easier for the sorting. So let's go and flick the switches and see this in action. When I find my way up. And up we go. Soon I'll be able to get rid of all these chests once I organise the sorting system properly. But let's go. Hope I've got enough of a buffer. There we can hear the comparator doing its job. Oh, and a bit of wheat's landed there. How much was that? Just 1. That should be alright. Those items shouldn't despawn until they can come through, so we should be all good. And we should see some wheat landing in here. Yep. Anything else coming through? Nope. Not just yet. So the wheat obviously got there first, and it's filtering through. Let's give it a couple of minutes and come back to it. Well, there we go guys, it's finally sorted through all the items. It took about 20 minutes. So I need to do a bit of work with this, get some more, bit more of a buffer happening, because this doesn't react as quickly as I thought it would. About 2 to 3 items per second, which just isn't good enough. I had to intervene and take out, empty out the above hoppers and put them into the chest once, I believe. So that's it's not quite good enough at the moment. But as you can see, everything has been sorted down here. Nothing is where it shouldn't be, and it's all done. And we'll just check that. So that's sugarcane, cocoa, netherwort, carrots, seeds, and wheat. There we have it. It works almost perfectly. So, once again, this is Generic B's little dropper pulsar, I guess you would call it, or regulator. So you have the dropper, have the comparator coming off the dropper into a block, piece of redstone on the side of the block, going into a repeater, into another block, and then finally on the other side of the block have a redstone with your hopper feeding the dropper. So to lock that off nicely for you. Now, how to get through to show you this redstone. Please don't be water. There we go. Okay. So, this redstone is fairly basic as well. I have seen a couple of designs of how to do it, but I thought this one worked out quite well. So we have a comparator coming off the hopper, which is set to 22. It'll pulse these two once it goes over that, turning off this torch, turning off that bit of redstone dust, in turn turning off this repeater and unlocking the below hopper so that things can travel through, and it'll stay unlocked until it goes back to 22. I've got that for each of the setups, very easily done. We have ice every now and again just to make sure it still flows evenly, and yeah, that's basically it. Thanks for watching. I've been Demman316 and I hope you enjoyed this video. Ciao.